funny thing is, that was him both times. Both of those messages were from him. He's interested in snow plowing, and now he said he just heard that we're supposed to get 4 to 5, 6 more inches of snow tonight. So he wants to leave it alone until the snow's done, and then he'll get a hold of me and have me come and plow. I should probably advise him now that I do not do that. There's a lot of people. You guys will find, if you plow already, or if you plan on starting to plow, you will find a lot of people are going to try to do that to you. They want you to wait and plow at one time after the storm is done. And like I've mentioned in my other videos, don't do it. Don't let people do that crap to you. And don't think, oh, I'm going to lose the business. You know, I need that business and I'm going to lose the business now because I won't do it. That's not true, because you know what? Most people, most contractors aren't going to do it either. You're not the only one. And they've already had a number of people tell them no. That's why they're now calling you. And even if you do lose one because of that, you're not really losing them. You're doing yourself a favor. One, when you get a storm like this storm we have right here. Now, I've plowed everything twice, or I'm on the second time right now. And I am going to go out at least one more time. So each one of my customers, I'm going to get 3 plows out of each one from one storm. So let's say you get $25 to do a driveway, or whatever you guys get, I don't know. I guess it's demographics, depends on your area. You get $25 to do a driveway. Now, if you got to plow 3 times in one storm over a period of a day and a half, 2 days, however long the storm goes, that's $75 you got for that one driveway alone. But if you let them convince you to wait till it's over, well, instead of plowing every 3 inches, 4 inches, or, you know, everything I've been plowing has been 5, 6 inches, because that's how much is dropping by the time I get back to that, each individual one. But you're plowing a lot less. Now, let's say this storm drops a foot, or maybe a foot and a half. Who knows? You get 14, 15, 16 inches of snow. Well, you're now getting paid $25 to plow a foot and a half of snow. It's a lot harder, it's a lot heavier, you're putting a lot more wear and tear on your vehicle, and you're doing twice the work because you're going to have to make more than the normal passes, because you're just not going to push it all. And so now you're getting paid $25 to do all that, when you could be getting paid $25 to push 3 inches or 4 inches of snow. That's the difference. So you push less, you don't put the wear and tear on your truck and your plow, and you're going to make more money. The people that want you to wait till the storm's over, they could give 2 shits how much you beat on your truck or how much you beat on your plow. It's not theirs, they don't care. And they just want to pay the least amount of money. So if you're not getting one of those customers, because you won't agree to their terms and do it that way, then you're not really losing a customer to the point where you could say, oh man, now I'm losing money. Well, you'd have been losing more money if you took it on their terms like that, because you're gonna burn more fuel pushing heavier snow. Your wear and tear on your truck. If you break something on your truck, well, now you got to pay for that. You know, it's not worth it. You're actually going to lose money by doing it their way. So versus if you didn't take them on at all. So just be mindful of that. And I know a lot of guys build different ways, or however you build it, that's up to you. Whatever you do. Personally, me, I only do contracts where they pay for the season in advance with commercial, and usually I don't even do it that way. with commercial businesses, I like to, let's say that for the season their contract is $3,500. Then, you know, I'll tell them 1,000 of it is due by November 1st, and then you send me a check for $500 a month on the first every month until we burn up the rest of it, and that'll get you right through winter. And then that way you have that steady income, steady amount coming in every month, versus if they just gave it to you all in one shot, you know, and you end up blowing it or whatever you do with it. You know, now you're still obligated to plow that property the entire season, but you don't have any money coming in from it because you already got all the money and you blew it on whatever. So don't get yourself caught up in that bind. If you space it out like that, it works out great. You know, you constantly have money for whatever. If something does break down with the truck, or even just for putting fuel in the truck, you know, whatever you got to do, you got that money coming in every month on top of, you know, whatever else you're billing out. My residentials is all pay per plow. What I do is I total them up. At the end of the month, I send them an invoice in the mail, and they have 10 days to pay it. If they don't pay that invoice within 10 days, next time it snows, I don't plow. If they call me and say, you haven't been here and it's snowing, I tell them, well, your bill is outstanding. The terms are on the bottom of your invoice. You know what they say. I'll come there and plow out your driveway right now, but I have to receive payment in full for what you already owe before I'm going to plow out your driveway. And I've never really had an issue. That very rarely happens. I've had a couple where customers have gone away on vacation and they didn't get their invoice, and I didn't know they went on vacation, so they say, oh, I'm sorry, I went away, I totally forgot to mention it to you. Yeah, come on by, I'll give you cash right now, or I'll give you a check right now, whatever. And then you're good to go. But when it comes to snow plowing, especially with residential, if you do contracts, say you do a driveway, it's $600 for the year to do that driveway. Well, somebody's getting screwed. It's either you or the customer. One of the two of you are getting screwed. Either it's not going to snow that much, and they paid you a shitload of money for work you don't do, which I know a lot of people say that's the way of business, but I don't like it. I think it's dishonest. I'd rather just be paid for what I do. But that's just my way. It's my philosophy. That's what I do. But, so either it's going that way and the customer's getting screwed, or it's going to snow 10 times more than you predicted it was going to, and now all of a sudden you're losing money. Every time you go and plow that driveway, you're losing money. So you got to kind of weigh your odds. That's why for me, I do pay per plow. The end of every month, you get invoiced with how many times I was there. I keep track of them. You know, it is what it is. I say I was there this many times. I'm honest. I don't lie. I don't add extra plows of, say, oh yeah, I was there when I really wasn't. I know people that do that, and I actually have customers that have told me, yeah, I know when my plow guy was here. I mark it on the calendar. I say, oh yeah, my driveway was plowed today. Boop. I just mark a little marking on the calendar. I know they were there. Then at the end of the month, when they send me an invoice, I compare that to my calendar. And there was all kinds of plows on their invoice that I didn't have on my calendar. So, people have said to me, what if you get a dishonest customer that just says, oh, you weren't there, but you really were there? Well, I've never had that happen. I'm sure it does happen. I've never had it happen. But, I guess it's a gamble you take. So, the way I do it has worked out for me. I have that steady money coming in every month for the ones that, all my residentials that I bill at the end of the month. I have that money coming in steady, and then the commercial properties, when they send me those checks, is comes in steady as well. So you kind of take the good with the bad and kind of weigh your odds. But this way, in general, I'm protected. Wow, it looks like somebody didn't follow my stakes there and they drove right through the grass. But no, the way I do it is seem to work for me. I have that steady money coming in all the time, so I have money to keep putting fuel in the truck so that I can plow these. That's another big thing. I mean, it kind of sounds ridiculous, but it happens. People get all these contracts, and all of their plowing is all contracts, and they're paid out for the season on all of it. Which, I guess if that's your way, then that's fine. But then they go and they spend the money on whatever, Christmas or bills or whatever. Or maybe they just piss it away. Who the hell knows? But here it comes. Now it's snowing, and you don't have money to put fuel in your truck. I know it sounds ridiculous, and some of you guys might be thinking, what the hell? But hey, it happens, man. So, that's another thing you got to think about. Do you have that money coming in every month so that you can put fuel in that truck? Or do you have, enough of, did you put enough of it away? When you got, if that's what you have, and you have all those contracts that paid you out in the beginning of the year, did you budget in for that? Did you make sure that you took a large chunk of that out so that you had enough sitting in there to cover fuel for the winter? And again, did you put extra away? Put extra away because, hey, what if it snows more than you planned on it snowing? What are you going to do? Call your customer up and say, oh, I didn't plan on it snowing this much. I miscalculated. You're going to have to pay me some more money if you want me to keep plowing. Yeah, right. Good luck with that. I'm curious for anybody to let me know how that worked out for them. I want to know if they still had that customer after that. It's a chance you're going to take, and it's a big chance, and I'm going to take a shot in the dark that it's not going to work out for you very well. I know I got another steak in here somewhere. Like about this driveway, there's all kinds of places to put snow. Now the shitty part about it, there's so many turns, and there's a circle median section, and it's a freaking shitty awkward driveway. But they pay me to make it worth my time. I've definitely learned that. I look for these obstacles when I plow, and I think, okay, well, I know how hard that is to go around, or I know what that's like come nighttime, and those things are a pain in the ass to go around come nighttime, or those things don't always stick out the way you think they will come nighttime, so you gotta figure in for those kind of things when you're giving a price. Don't be afraid to tell them too much. I have no qualms about, and it doesn't bother me at all for someone to say to me, wow, you're expensive. Well, I'm sorry you feel that way. This is my price. It's not an auction. This is what I do it for. I guarantee I will be here every time it snows. You can count on me. And I guarantee it will be done the way that you have instructed me that you want it. So you got to make sure that you're doing exactly what the customer wants. If they tell you, hey, I don't want snow stacked over there, well, you better not freaking stack snow over there. Stack the snow where they want it. If they say, I know my driveway, like where you just see me push snow back that little part over there, goes way back, and I don't know, maybe some of you guys have wondered, hey, how come I didn't push the snow all the way back up in there? Well, she doesn't want that part plowed. She says, if you want to plow it, I don't care. But I don't need it plowed. It's not a big deal if you don't plow it. She said, if you want to just use it as somewhere to stack snow, go ahead and stack snow there. I don't care. You know, so make sure that you're doing exactly what they want and you're doing it the way they want it. And you should have no problems with keeping that customer or with getting that customer to pay you when they owe you money. Because ultimately, that's what you want. We're in this to make money, right, guys? I mean, that is the plan, right? I believe it is. I know that's why I do it. Granted, I love what I do, but at the end of the day, I'm looking for that almighty dollar. I have bills to pay, I have kids. I need to make that money. I am definitely not independently wealthy by any means. So I need to be able to make that money every month just like everybody else. Not a big fan of these circle driveways, but hey, you get some easy ones, you get some that are a pain in the ass. Taking the good with the bad is the old saying. Alright. Well, I'd say this one's done. Looks good. She can get out of her driveway. She doesn't need it too awfully clean. She has that four-wheel drive Ford Ranger, and she actually doesn't even need me to clean it up as much as I do. I mean, I guess I could clean it up even a little better than what I do, but she doesn't even need it cleaned that much. But I just do it anyway, because I don't want it to look like crap. So. Alright, we gotta go do a new one. I actually mow this customer, but they called and said that she texted me and said that she would like to have me start plowing her driveway as well. So I'm gonna go plow her driveway. She's got a real tiny little driveway. hungry. You guys ever out plowing all the time and you get hungry? Then you don't even really want to eat. Your stomach starts hurting because you drank too much damn coffee. I switched from coffee to sweet tea about 9:30 this morning. And then I stopped at my in-laws when I plowed their driveway and they had coffee on, so I had coffee there. Now I'm back to sweet tea again. Fun, fun, fun. I seen a guy earlier running a snowblower. It had one of those canopies over top of it. I'm sure you guys have seen them before. But he was wearing it looked like a hoodie and a Carhartt jacket, and he had a pair of like mud boots on, the big rubber wader boots, and he was wearing shorts. And I was thinking,